Let's start with the China portion of the picture. How much is that weighing on the current action that we're seeing specifically in steel and iron ore?
Well, iron ore, hi Danny. Well, iron ore has been falling very sharply since mid-July. It's down about 35% over that period. And that's mainly due to Beijing wanting to curb pollution and emissions from the steel sector. In the first half, steel production actually set a record. So the expectations are now that steel production is really going to have to drop a lot in the second half, and that's being reflected in the iron ore price. It's also running into a bit more of a headwind now with this intensifying campaign to rein in property prices.
It's interesting, Andrew, isn't it, when BI ran the data, that Delta has also played a part of the psychological shift in these commodity markets as well. Property transactions are down 13%. But the bigger policy, the overreaching arm of policy, is the common prosperity. That is what Xi Jinping is pushing for. And that resets perhaps the whole landscape about this frenzy in housing in China.
That's right, Manus. So Beijing has accelerated this campaign to rein in housing prices, and we've seen sort of local authorities swing in behind it. We've got Shanghai has boosted mortgage rates. We've got a lot of cities now delaying land sales. What some people call the holy grail in Chinese economic policy, though, is this property tax, and that's been battered round for a decade or more, but there's now rising speculation that this could be the time that Beijing goes ahead with it. And that's because it would, in a sense, kill two birds with one stone. I mean, Xi Jinping's been talking a lot about reducing inequality, and they also want to rein in credit risks, and the property tax would do that.
Given that, and given that we are seeing a stronger dollar out of the U.S. with the Fed starting to look at tapering, does that mean that the center of gravity is going to continue to pull down on these commodities? Is that where we are expecting the direction of travel to continue?
Yeah, I think that's right, Danny. Certainly with iron ore, steel perhaps as well. As some of your previous guests have alluded to, some of these commodities that are really important to the energy transition, copper in particular, still have a very sort of constructive longer-term backdrop, given that copper's used in both solar, wind, and electric vehicle chargers, and that's sort of seeing phenomenal growth at the moment. Yeah, so I think we're going to see a general downward pressure from China, but yeah, the green metals should still do okay.